Hello, rebels. Just came back from the yearly October National Day, Greek National Day, sorry. 28th of October. It's when the Greeks said no, the big no, to the Italians. Mussolini was 1940. So made me think about perpetuating drama. And yeah, it's not funny, I don't know. Both my husband and I, we're part of the people who think that this should stop at some point. I mean, it was war, okay? People got killed. There were the bad ones and the good ones. Who is to say who was the bad one, who was the good one? The problem is, during war, everybody's bad, that's all. And the innocent get killed. And that's, for me, just about enough not to be celebrating that. So every year at schools, in the schools, they do like 2-week what do you call it? Practice, theatrical practice, because they do plays about that, you know. The kids dress up like in those days, and they talk about war and sing songs of war and demeaning comments about the Italians who were the enemies and the Germans. I don't like it. So have 3 kids and still have to go through all this crap with my son. It's always nice, you know, because I mean, I wish they would use the kids' imagination and talents in other plays, you know, more encouraging other things, I don't know, but not the war mentality. And I was trying to explain to my son, because going out of there, my son said, "Mom, Dad, when we sung the national, what do you call it, anthem, yeah, the hymn, the country hymn, national hymn, you know, everybody stood up, even the Albanians. Why didn't you?" We have a lot of Albanians here, so that's why I say even the Albanians. "Why didn't you stand up? Only you two didn't stand up." And my husband, who is a simple answer person, he was like, "Yeah, it's like forcing me to do my cross sign." Yeah, because in Greece, when people go in front of the church, they make the cross sign. It's like forcing me to do the cross sign when I'm not religious. So I was alone with my son, and I explained to him, I said, "Look, you have to understand something. It's nice what you're doing, you know, you're proud because you did your role and you said it really good and everything, but the origin, the reason for why these national days exist, even though they should be to remind you of what our people went through and all that, they also seed hate. Because when in your play you talk about Italians in such a bad way, like they're enemies, and you as a child, you go through that, but just imagine that, I mean, in your school you have little Italian kids and you have German kids too. Imagine how you feel. It would be like you will live in Turkey and they have National War Day, whatever, against the Greeks, and these plays, the plays you're doing, they talk about the hate between the Turks and the Greeks. And, when you're singing, let's kill the Greeks, you would feel like being Greek, you would feel terrible, wouldn't you? Well, that's exactly what's happening at school, and this is why I don't think it's correct to continue on doing these celebrations. There's so many other things to celebrate, happy moments, happy things, achievements that the human race has achieved. Okay, there's so many other things. And I don't like it, and I'm against it, So I don't feel obliged, and I don't feel that it's correct to stand up for an anthem that is talking about war and freedom and demeaning others. It's our freedom. Yeah, but he said, yeah, but we won. And you see the mentality of a child. He said, yeah, but we won, Mom. And I said, yes, we did win. But who did really win? Not the people. The people got killed. And yeah, but they were the bad ones, and they were the ones who attacked us. I said, yes, but it doesn't mean that the Greeks didn't kill in the name of being right, So they became, because of the war, they became bad too. They acted badly too, It goes both ways. And I said, during war, who's bad and who's good? It doesn't matter anymore. And it made me think about what's happening here in the community. And when you try so much as to prove you're right, okay, trying to expose the person that wronged you, you become just as bad as them. And it's true, that's true. I accept that, totally accept that. I have become a mean girl too. I'm fighting back, so obviously how am I going to fight back if it's not with the same weapon? So I might not be the one who started it, but I'm the one perpetuating it, and I'm the one repeating it. So whether I was right or wrong whether I was right at the beginning doesn't matter anymore. Now I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about if the Italians, for example, I'm going back and forth now, the Italians were wrong to attack Greece, if Mussolini was wrong. It was Mussolini, it was not the Italians after all, they just followed orders, so it's one person. So, by perpetuating this drama and this war mentality and war thoughts and war feeling, okay, you go up, you fight back against all the Italians, and it's not all the Italians. A little bit hard to. So it's like, for example, about the war. Of course, children have to know what happened. It's history. You can't erase history, and we shouldn't really forget history. Okay, we should know our history. Each one of us should know our history. So it's very important. So yeah, this is why you have school lessons in school that are called history. And they can be informed about what happened without generalizing, And so the children are not influenced they're not influenced to continue that hate. It's just information for them. They get the information. So to get back to the point of of this national war days, I believe it's totally wrong. And I know I'm going to freak out some Greeks who are watching, because even though the younger generation, I think they don't even know what the war was about. I mean, every year they do that on television. It's very funny because they go with a microphone and ask younger people, so what is this national 28th of October National Day about, and they're like, and you have these, I don't know, 12 from 18, and they take all ages of children, and they're like, I don't know, we fought the Turks. No, the Turks, 25th of March. Okay, the Italians then. But they don't really know anything about it, which means that the history classes are not really teaching them history like they should, but all they know is this from these one-day theater plays. Of course, they have 2 weeks of practice, like I said, and they know that they have to wear a white shirt and trousers, and then they do the let's see, what do you call this? Yeah, they kind of walk down the streets with drums and all that, and which is nice. This is nice, but it's the school plays that I find very harsh and horrible, and they make horrible. The lesson is horrible, not the plays on their own. The lesson and the words used in there. And I actually learned that during that war, we call the Italians, I say the Greeks, we call the Italians the spaghettis. Macaronis, spaghetti, something like that. It's like, and this, like, there was this girl who was she was playing the role of the mother who was talking to her children and her daughters and saying that you have to climb the mountain and go and help the soldiers and all that. And then the daughters were saying, yeah, but we're going through this every day, it's killing us, it's snowing, it's this, it's that. Yes, but I've taught you girls, not to stick by one another. Okay, that's good messages, but and we won't let the enemy win. And then the daughter says, yes, Mom is right, we didn't leave Ali Pasha. Was it Ali Pasha? I don't even remember. Yeah, Ali Pasha. And the Turks, put us down. We're not gonna leave the spaghettis do that. I'm like, what? Spaghettis, talking about the Italians. Oh God. And then you have this is brainwashing. It's brainwashing the children, and then the national anthem, and everybody stands up. I didn't realize, it's actually my husband who said, even the Albanians stood up. Why are you standing up to a national anthem that is encouraging? It's not encouraging, but is sung right after a school play where they gave you the message that the Germans and the Italians are our enemies, and we're gonna kill them and shoot them. Sit down, sit down. Yeah, it's brainwashing. It's brainwashing, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But how can you support your ideas like this and tell your children, you're not gonna go to the school play. I don't want you to participate in this shit. And all that. You can't either, can you? It's like this should be a general logical decision for people to take and to say, that's enough, that's enough, because it's really patriotic. We have another problem here. during these national days, 25th of March and 25th of March and 28th of October, so they do this walking down the streets where they're all dressed, the kids are all dressed in white and blue trousers, and they go to the rhythm of the, they speak, they walk like soldiers, I don't know how you call this, down the streets, and everybody's clapping, and yeah, and we have little flags, Greek flags, woo. There's always one person in the front, okay, of the highest school class, okay, and usually it's the best student who gets the right to do this, who is entitled to do this, the one in the front of all the line, and is holding the flag, the big flag. And I will put a little video, a little link so that you see. So the person in the front holding the flag is the best student of the school. So there's a little problem every year about this. You see on the news and all that. I'm like, where they have some schools, and usually it's in villages and things. And in big towns they don't have this problem. It's usually in villages. Well, the best student is Albanian, or is once also they had a problem that the best student was in African country, I don't know, the student was black. Another year they had a problem where the best student was German, and the Greeks, they are not all of them, and there's the Greeks that don't accept that, and no, you have to be Greek to hold the flag. Yeah, but the rule is that it's the best student, So why? Who cares where he comes from, and they don't let them. So you have that student who feels racism again. It's always, it's racism. There it's racism, and it mixes all these ideas, I say, yeah, but I'm the best student and I'm not allowed to because I'm Albanian. And Albanian, when we talk about Albania, we only talk about where they're born, because these kids were born in Albania and they came to Greece and they've been living for all their lives in Greece, and they feel Greek. And yet that day they feel treated like they don't belong in. Yeah. It's very strange. It's very interesting though. I'm sure that I don't have a television, but I'm sure that if I looked at the news today, there would be at least 5 or 6 cases like this, where they didn't let, not today, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day that they parade, that's the word, parade, down the streets. And tomorrow I'm sure there will be a case like this, where they will say, oh, they didn't let the Albanian or the Italian or whatever hold the flag. I mean, so again, perpetuating hate, anger. So that's my point. Stop. Bye.